Welcome to the video walkthrough for creating an escape room using Google Suite. This is video number 6 in this series of 7 videos. So in this video, we will learn how to create a dashboard, and this is the most exciting part of the entire creation process. The dashboard gives you an overarching view of all the inputs from every single participant, including the responses they key, where they're stuck, and whether they need help or not. The dashboard also allows you to remotely control the, the questions, the titles, and even the level of difficulties for all the different puzzles. So let's get to it. Similarly, paste the URL that's provided to you in your browser. It should bring you to this page. Scroll and look for this master dashboard and control item. Right click, make a copy, and then open it in your own Google Drive location. So over here, it is here, copy of master dashboard and control. Open this and you will see this dashboard here. There are 4 tabs here. 2 tabs are used for one book and 2 tabs are used for another book. So for the purpose of this video, I will be only going through master LIL and LIL responses tab. In the master LIL tab, you will notice that there are a few different segments. Number 1, this is the unlock key. So this key appears in the puzzle which I've seen earlier. So this is the unlock key, blue word here. The threshold, like you've seen earlier as well, stipulates the number of true values to return before the unlock key is revealed. The search keys essentially are the keys which the code over here would search for in the user's responses. Right? The question over here populates into the main question cell over here of the puzzle, and the question title here populates into the puzzle title over here. Right? The response tab essentially extracts every single response from the puzzle into the relevant cells here. The color here does a very simple comparison between the response and whether it is correct or not. If it is incorrect, it will show red. If it's correct, it will show green. Alright, so let me hide some of the unnecessary cells first. Okay, so over here, this is the check function. So the check function basically exports the data into the cell over here. So how can I help you? You would have noticed that the dashboard response here, Jones helped me, is different from the input over here, which is Jones must first think broadly and focus on the outcome. Why is this so? It is simply because the URLs for the puzzle sheet here, this puzzle sheet, and the master dashboard are not linked yet, right? So if you click on this cell here, notice that the URL in import range formula here is this, and it ends with ALJG, right? Over here, the red cell, it also ends with ALJG, right? And over here, for the help cell, it also ends with ALJG. But the URL for the clue is in fact very different. It ends with 0ORQ. So what we need to do is to replace the formula URL in the master dashboard with the URL of this form over here. So to do this, it is very simple. I will just do one example, and you can do the same for the rest of the cells depending on the number of groups you have and the number of clues that you intend to create. So of course, if you have more clues, you will need to replace it more times, but this is only once off, because you are making a copy of the form from my repository. So all the forms are actually linked to my master dashboard, which is in my repository. But to customize this for your own need, you would need to change the URL for the form that you have copied. So it's quite straightforward. So go to the form, go to the sheet for the puzzle. Double click here, copy this entire chunk here, Control C, and go to the master dashboard and use the Control F function. Click on the 3 dots, replace with. So this is what you want to replace with. Okay, you don't need the things after the word edit. Add in the inverted commas at the back and at the front. And what do we need to find? We need to find this range, this URL range that is in the original import function to replace. So highlight this, Control C, put it in find, search within formulas. So this will search within all the formulas on the page and then replace all. Click OK, and it should replace all instances with the correct URL. So once you exit, you can see that it's loading. It's taking a bit. Let me see, let me copy this over again. Somehow it didn't replace properly. I'll replace this by myself. Delete away all the stuff. And you notice that it imports in the function over, right? So Jones must first think broadly and focus on the outcome, which is the exact same response as that key over here. Okay, so if I were to check every single cell here, you notice that all the codes have been changed to 0 ORQ, 0 ORQ. This is, sorry, over here, this is 0 ORQ, right? So if I were to type help me over here, this part will turn orange, right? And of course, this is not the correct response, so it shows traffic light red, right? Okay, so to link this one, so this one is an import of this dashboard here. So every single value here is imported from this dashboard here. So let's take a look at this dashboard URL. So this dashboard URL is over here. Okay, ends with what's this, cp-lds. So this is the URL that you want to replace in your dashboard, in your puzzle. Control C, you go to your clue. So every single cell here, you notice this is the reference to my copy of my dashboard, which means that if I change my dashboard, it will change your clues. And you don't want that. It will change your search keys, and you don't want that, right? So what you need to do is basically to replace all the formulas here with this correct URL from your copy of the dashboard. So how do you do this? You notice it's all the same: FAOI, 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 and so on and so forth. Even this threshold here is also FAOI. So similarly, Control F, find in sheet. You need to replace with this one. So search within formula. What do you want to replace? You want to replace the old URL. So just go to one of them, copy this old URL over, paste it here. Just doing a quick check, and then replace all in this clue. Okay, so replace all instances, replace everything. Yep, and it should be done. Okay, so you notice that once you replace it, right, it will ask you for access, because effectively the sheet here has not linked with the dashboard over here. So what you need to do is just to click one of them, click allow access, and it should do the same for every single cell within this part. Okay, so let me show you how it changes now. So James is shouting blah 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 blah. If I were to change my piece here, so let's say I were to just very simply delete this thing over here. FAOI. Okay, seems like this didn't change. Let me change this. With this URL here. Double click, change URL. Okay, press tab. Wait for it, and it is blank. Okay, so if I were to type something here, say this is the new question, you will get this is the new question over here, right? Okay, so let's say I were to change the puzzle title, so this is the new title. It will also change over here. This is the new title, right? So if I were to change the code word for blue work to no work, for example, it would change the unlock key to no work here, right? So correspondingly, if I change any of the search keys here, it will also change the search keys over here, which would mean that it would change the response as required. So this is how you customize the puzzle for your own context, right? And once you have done with all this, click column, click E, press Ctrl Shift and press the right button, right click, and hide these columns here because you don't want your users seeing the unlock keys, right? Protection wise has already been done for you. If you want to unprotect, go ahead unprotect the sheet. You can just click this one, right click, click protect, and you can remove all the protections that you want in this entire range. Other than that, I think that's all done. So this is how you set up the dashboard and how you link it to the puzzle. You will have to do this for all the cells here, but you only need to do this once, because once you have done it, you can just keep using that copy of this dashboard and this copy of the puzzle clues, or this copy of the puzzle for any other escape room instances that you need, right? Okay, so this is the end of this video. In the next video, I will show you how to put them all together so that you get your own escape room. Thank you.